Look, I want to ask you about the ICAC issue that Albanese is prosecuting as well. I mean, Gemma, the point is, if Albanese thinks he can win on a platform of transgender issues and corruption, then he's really quite out of touch.
Well, again, you know, the further that the Labor Party goes to the left from a policy perspective, the lower their primary vote. That's just a fact, and we've seen that over the last several elections. I don't think Mr Albanese is in touch, genuinely is in touch with Middle Australia, and Australian elections are one in the middle. That's just another fact. I don't believe, you know, his gaffes aside, I don't believe he's showing an understanding of what everyday Australians, and I put myself in that category, like I wonder, you know, I worry about what my mortgage rate's going to be when the cash rate goes up, that kind of thing. It's not good enough for him to say, oh, we need a federal ICAC. Well, what does that look like? What is the detail behind that? There's none of that kind of finer thinking, sophisticated thinking. It's all about the feelings and all about the, you know, the weight loss and the new glasses and the curated content, and absolutely no substance beneath that. And to your point, you know, he's speaking to the people who are going to vote Labor anyway.
What I think is fascinating, Erin, is that this does seem to be cutting through to voters. Like, often in the media, we think we're the only ones paying such close attention to the detail of an election campaign. But there's a Sydney Morning Herald Resolve poll that shows this is biting, that Morrison, as the preferred Prime Minister, is now, he's 38 to 30. And when it comes to primary support, according to this Resolve poll, it is now neck and neck. Labor is at 34%, the Coalition at 35%.
So this poll just came out at 6 o'clock tonight, and it's really important because it's a quantitative evidence that Australians are worried about Anthony Albanese, that the first week of the campaign has had a noticeable impact on Labor Party support and confidence in Albanese himself. Because something really remarkable has happened, which is Scott Morrison is now more popular than Albanese, according to this poll, which flips the situation which itself flipped late last year.
Do you blame them though? I'm not particularly surprised. I think about it as Mr Albanese's going for a job interview. He's asking us all to give him the keys to the house, and it's a job interview. And based on his performance in this so far week-long interview, you would not in good conscience give him the job. I think even friends of mine, and believe it or not, I have friends who vote Labor, and we live in harmony with one another, but they're sort of kind of going, what's happened to the bloke?
Yeah. Well, look, I think certainly it has exposed him this week, has exposed Albanese when it comes to the policy detail and not being a cross-border protection policy, crucial parts of the economy. How can you not know the unemployment rate?